My name is Dani, and speaking to this particular group tonight is, like I said, an honor. A year ago, I never would have guessed I'd be up here giving my first speech in 5 years since I was a senior in high school, let alone have it be centered around blood cancer awareness and my own personal battle with the disease. But as I've learned, and has become common sense, life is unpredictable. To kick things off, I want to proudly congratulate our team for raising over $37,000 in the last 5 months. Your enthusiasm, willpower, and devotion to raising money for blood cancer research is a true testament to your strength of character, which in turn gives hope and courage to patients, families, and friends affected by leukemia or lymphoma. I'm ecstatic that I get to personally thank you for the help you provided in saving my life and the life of my daughter. Almost a year ago, I found out that I was pregnant with my first child. Aaron and I, my soon-to-be husband, were beyond excited. It was during one of my first prenatal checkups that there was a suspicious little lump on the left side of my neck, and my OB doctor, Dr. Carlson, sent me for further testing. The excitement we had started to turn into a little shock, and on July 6, 2012, our biggest fear was confirmed as I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma at 13 weeks in pregnancy. My family and friends, Aaron's family, and our future family were all impacted so suddenly. Before I could even process this bit of information I was just given, all of my thoughts and energy were immediately directed to the growing life inside of me. Would this disease harm our baby? Any thought that crossed my mind never seemed to contain any sort of reality. It didn't seem real in the sense that I was numb. This sort of thing doesn't really exist, does it? I was a carefree 22-year-old who was starting a family of my own, and cancer isn't supposed to be a part of my life. Since my official diagnosis came over the phone on a Friday, there were many questions and concerns that were not able to be immediately answered, and so we continued to wait and find patients until I was able to meet my oncologist for the first time. Skip ahead a few weeks, and in comes Dr. Dan Zuckerman into our lives. He was the man with the plan to help me beat the disease and have a healthy baby girl at the end of it all. Dr. Zuckerman diagnosed me as a stage 1 Hodgkin's lymphoma patient, and he felt that treatment could wait, but we would be doing watchful waiting. Our goals were to make sure the cancer didn't spread during waiting, to complete pregnancy, and then begin treatment. But since I was pregnant, I was not able to have some of the diagnostic tests that a normal cancer patient would have done, such as CT or PET scans. So the staging of my cancer was done by ultrasounds, MRIs, and just by assessing my symptoms. So from July till November, we just waited. My family, friends, and I soon became professionals at the waiting game. Looking back, I believe that reality wasn't able to hit us because treatment wasn't a factor during those months. Without treatment, I was able to hold on to any sense of normalcy I still had, however normal you can be while you're pregnant with cancer. In early November 2012, I entered my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and the tumor in my neck had nearly doubled in size. Dr. Zuckerman recommended beginning treatment at that point, and he was more than confident that chemotherapy wouldn't hurt our little girl since I was so far along. Dr. Carlson, the OB, was on board with his decision as well, and confident that things would continue to go well in the pregnancy. He was confident I would even be able to have a normal delivery as well. On November 14, 2012, I began a 6-month regimen of chemotherapy, 12 treatments total. I'll never forget waking up on the morning of my first treatment. I was scared, terrified, and downright nervous. I thought back to when I toured the chemotherapy suite a few weeks ago with my family, and pictured myself in one of those chairs like everyone else I saw, willingly accepting poison into their bodies for the sake of staying alive. This poison wasn't going to just destroy my own body. I had to worry about something going wrong and it potentially hurting our little girl. And this would be my main worry that consumed my every thought until the day that Claire was born. On January 16, 2013, I gave birth to a beautiful little girl, my life-saving angel. Without her, the cancer wouldn't have been detected early and could have gone on to potentially be worse than we encountered. Here's a fun little fact. Claire was born on Aaron's birthday, just like I was born on my father's birthday as well. With incidents like that, you can't help but see the miracle behind it all. Up until Claire's birth, chemo had been fairly easy. It wasn't until after I delivered that the horrible stereotype of chemotherapy had become a reality in my life. Adjusting to becoming a new mommy while enduring treatments wasn't easy, and I couldn't have done it without my support system, including all of you here today, all of your fundraising efforts to bring awareness to blood cancers and all the fundraising you've done. The Leukemia and Lymphoma Society came into my life before I even started treatment. Myself and a group of supporters participated in the Light the Night Walk back in the fall. This is where I became familiar with the organization and all the important fundraising they do to back the kind of research necessary to save lives. You all have brought forth the kind of knowledge that has led to understanding which genetic and molecular abnormalities cause particular blood cancers, which in turn has led to new drugs that were developed to selectively kill these harmful cancer cells. In the fiscal year 2011, the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society invested more than $76 million in blood cancer research. With numbers like that, you give hope, courage, and confidence to many lives affected by blood cancers. Let me remind all of you how awesome our local team is. You have all achieved a financial gain of $37,000, and you aren't even finished yet. When your body is tested and you feel weak or like giving up, just remember how each dollar you've collected will go to save not just one life, but many, and in my case, 2 lives in one. Because of your hard work, I am healed and able to enjoy being a mommy to my beautiful daughter and have gotten a second chance at life. I thank you from the bottom of my heart and hope that I've inspired you to keep touching life and working towards finding a cure. Thank you all so much.